Howdy, this is Ranger checking in at Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. There's a new roller coaster here, and it's called Dr. Diabolical's Cliffhanger. Cliffhanger is a dive coaster from the manufacturer B&M. Here's a poster I found in the park with the ride specifications. It's the first one of its type in the Six Flags chain and the only dive coaster within 1,000 miles for most Texas residents. What makes this ride even more of a unicorn is that it's a Six Flags roller coaster with a pre-show, and it's executed pretty well. There are 2 story rooms at the end of the queue with some entertaining sets and effects. Let's take a quick look at the sights and sounds in the queue.
Move forward through the corridor. You will receive your elixir sample and your instantaneous results. Quickly now, there's no time to waste. This torturous extraction device will rip your fear and adrenaline from you bit by
I was pleasantly surprised with this queue, but just as much so by the free double-sided lockers near the ride platform. Just grab one of these tickets and scan it to open a locker. Then use it again to open the door from the other side of the locker on the way out. These are open to all guests and free of charge, so there's no reason to take anything with you on the ride. Between the lockers and the pre-show, Fiesta, Texas has exceeded expectations for guest experience. Moving on to the ride itself, the trains have 3 rows of 7 riders across, which is the first time I've seen this configuration. Dr. Diabolical's Cliffhanger is all about the first drop. It's 150 feet and maxes out at 95 degrees, which is steeper than straight down. Hopefully you're not afraid of heights, because they freeze you at the top to add to the suspense before releasing you on your way down. The drop is immediately followed by this turnaround loop, which is called an immelman. Next is this unique second looping element. It's 3/4 of a zero roll, which transitions into a turnaround. It's unique and offers some nice hang time. The block brakes set up this second drop, which is steep as well. This turnaround sets up the finishing airtime hill, which is somewhat forceful. The train then finishes the course with some positive G's through this helix before hitting the final brake run. Dr. Diabolical's Cliffhanger is a short ride, as it's only 32 seconds from the drop to the finishing brakes. It's a well-balanced ride though. It has some steep drops, inversions, and some positive and negative G's. The clientele really seems to love this ride, as this will be the first dive coaster for most of the people who ride it. The high capacity of this ride should generate wait times that are less than other popular rides at the park too. Putting on my coaster enthusiast hat though, I have to say this is the least impressive dive coaster in North America. I don't like these newer style B&M restraints on this type of ride because it severely limits the feeling of airtime. The roll and bunny hop would be a lot more fun with the older style B&M restraints. The first drop is more than 50 feet shorter than all the other dive coasters in North America. The second drop is so short that it basically had no kick. In contrast, I've always felt like the second drop on both SheiKra and Griffin add a lot to those ride experiences. Also, I feel like calling this ride Cliffhanger and not interacting with the literal rock cliffs inside the park was a mistake. Sending the first drop of a dive coaster straight down the rock wall has been a coaster enthusiast pipe dream for quite some time. Even if that wasn't a real possibility, I still feel like you're facing the wrong direction on the lift. Instead of facing the water park and the parking lot, They should have built it so that you're at least facing the rest of the park and the rock wall. Considering the small plot of land they had to work with though, I feel like this was a pretty good selection and certainly appreciate the touches as far as the lockers and the queue. If you're looking to jump on an airplane or ride a new roller coaster this year though, I would look elsewhere. That's all I've got. Thanks for watching and Happy New Year. This is Ranger signing off.